He'd been speaking to the same man for nearly a month. The chats felt easy. A few photos were exchanged, plans made, and nothing out of the ordinary. That evening, he left his flat and made his way to a meeting spot. It was quiet, just after midnight. The kind of silence that makes everything feel...
Yo, this is why I told y'all last video, bro. Like, be careful. Be fucking careful who you meet on the internet, bro. I'm telling you. I don't give a fuck if that girl look innocent. I don't give a f if y'all think the guy looks like a nice guy, okay? People are fucking crazy. Okay, people are crazy, bro.
A little more exposed. He was in the right place at the worst time. Then he noticed movement.
Nah, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. He shouldn't never have been there, bruh.
Stepping out from the shadows. It wouldn't be the last time this happened. And he wasn't the only one. This is the story of a gang who turned dating apps into hunting grounds.
Damn.
And how they used charm, deception, and violence to steal over £100,000 before the police finally caught up with them.
Nah, in the UK, y'all be on some crazy shit, bro. I love to fuck out my UK supporters, but y'all be wilding over there, bro. No cap, y'all be wilding. Well, not y'all, the crazy motherfuckers be wilding.
Violence, not straight away. At first, it was about building something that looked real. Profiles created on dating apps.
Grindr? What the fuck is Grindr?
Filtered photos, no names that could be traced, just enough to start a conversation.
Is Grindr some London shit?
The platform they chose was Grindr. Its location-based system made it easy to find nearby users and even easier to manipulate who saw what. One by one, they began targeting men who lived alone or who were open about their sexuality. These weren't random pics. They were looking for people who might not report what happened, people they believed were less likely.
Nah, I never heard no shit like that before, ever.
Behind the fake profiles were 5 young men, all in their early 20s, all from Birmingham. At the center of the operation, Demalji Hadza was 21. He lived on Erskine Street in the Neckles area and was one of the first to admit guilt when the trial began. Detectives believe he played a central role in planning the operation, managing some of the Grindr accounts and arranging the meetings that would later turn into ambushes. His involvement ran deep, from digital setup to physical presence. Abu Bakr al-Azawi, also 21, came from Baverstock Road in Druids Heath. Like Hadza, he pleaded guilty early in the trial. Footage captured him withdrawing stolen money from cash points and spending it in shops, often just hours after an attack. He was present at multiple robberies and is thought to have helped coordinate the movement of stolen funds. Ali Hassan, just 20 years old, was from Albert Road in Losells. He denied all charges, but was found guilty after a 5-week trial. Victim accounts placed him at the heart of some of the most aggressive encounters, restraining, threatening, and physically assaulting those targeted. Wasim Omar, 24, lived on Wardlow Road. The oldest of the 5, Omar was a consistent presence across the gang's activity, from driving between locations to taking part in the attacks themselves. Prosecutors described him as deeply embedded in the group's structure, someone who carried out orders and enforced silence. Then there was Mohammed Sharif, 22, from Keir Court in Bordesley Green. He too denied involvement, but was convicted alongside the others. In several incidents, he was linked to follow-up coordination, using phones, checking victim profiles, and identifying new targets after each robbery. The operation grew quickly. What began as isolated targeting became a repeatable pattern. Profiles were deleted and replaced. Messages sent in bulk. Sometimes they'd pretend to be different people within the same conversation, switching tone or language to make the setup feel more natural. Each message was a calculated move, not to flirt, but to study how much the person shared, whether they had a car, what hours they kept, whether they lived alone. Every detail helped refine the next approach. It was never really about dating, it was always about leverage. And over time, they stopped relying solely on Grindr. They expanded to other platforms, other tactics. But the core remained the same. The messages always led somewhere quiet, a park or a street just out of reach of CCTV. In some cases, they choose car parks as well, places where no one would notice a group of men waiting in the shadows. Golden Hillock Park in South Birmingham became a recurring location. Set back from main roads, partially unlit at night, it gave the gang cover. Victims were lured there under the pretense of a casual meetup. But what they found instead was a setup. The moment they arrived, movement came from the dark.
Damn, I had my shit muted. My fault, y'all. I be feeling like, bro, like, once you do some shit like this, bro, once you playing killings or whatever, chat, I be thinking like, what the fuck, like, are they thinking like when they go to bed, like when they go to sleep, like, do they get sleep? Like, what, like, that's all I be thinking about, like, bro, like, what the fuck are these motherfuckers thinking, bro? Like, cause at this point, like I said before, like, it's beyond man, bro. It's beyond man. It's something spiritual that's going on. Like when you kill somebody, bro, like that's some shit God, like you gotta set that shit up with God, bro. God knows what you did. And it's like, bro, like your karma after that is gonna be fucking terrible, bro.
Figures stepped out with hidden faces. No introductions, just orders, sharp and immediate.
Investigation time.
In some cases, they were told to stay in place long after the gang had left, or face being stabbed. But the parks weren't the only hunting grounds. In Derby, they changed their approach. We will discuss it later in this video. Then there were the clubs. On Broad Street in Birmingham, a man was targeted outside Reflex nightclub. He'd been drinking and felt unsteady. A stranger offered him a lift home, but when he got in the car, he wasn't alone. The others were already inside and waiting for their next target. He would wake up hours later, back at home, surrounded by the same men, with no clear memory of how he got there. The gang used location as leverage. Each place was chosen for a reason, as we discussed earlier. It gave them control and time to maneuver. Connection now felt like risk. Support networks stepped in. LGBTQ+ charities and victim support services worked alongside police to ensure the case didn't disappear quietly. In court, prosecutors acknowledged how the gang specifically targeted men who might be reluctant to come forward. That targeting, rooted in manipulation and shame, made the case not just violent, but deeply personal. Calls soon followed for dating platforms to tighten safety protocols. Users were urged to report suspicious behavior, share locations with friends before meeting strangers, and make use of verification tools. Police across the country, including the Met, launched wider appeals, warning that other groups may be using similar tactics. And the warnings weren't unfounded. By the time the Birmingham case reached court, police forces were reviewing over 50 similar robberies across England, many involving LGBTQ+ victims, and many following the same playbook.
Damn!
Encrypted chats, fake meetups, isolated spots, financial wipeouts. Some victims in those cases had not yet come forward. Others, investigators feared,
they were scamming and killing all at the same time.
Before the case could close, officers made one final appeal. If you've experienced something similar, come forward.